Hi mates, it's great to see you again. Today we are spectating a live war from the sky bird's eye view. I know how much I enjoy it, I hope you enjoy it too, as well as going and doing a recap of what is to come in Arma Reforger 1.5. Just in case you forgot, not only will I be summarizing the new features, we'll be going through the changes of what they've implemented still on the experimental server. Now, unless you're a PC player, you don't get the opportunity to try out the update before it hits the rest of us, like myself on PlayStation 5. So, this is the best thing you've got. So we're going to go through it. We're going to spectate the battlefield. We're currently watching a Soviet as they try and capture the last 2 points. On this server, there are 128 players, advanced and secure on the Battlefront Madness. And we've just seen another soldier, Sir Dionysus, go down by the hands of most likely Backwolf there. Now, having a little zoom out, the sun is rising, blood has been spilt, and we're going to keep swapping from player to player, and we'll take a bit more of a focus on this war. But to begin with, let's hopefully jump on board with someone who's not going to die too soon, and let's get on with these updates as well. We've locked onto the car, we'll swap over to Zange. Take us away, buddy. And let's head over to those all-important updates. I'm going to mention the key features if there is something you know about and think people should also be excited for as well. And well done to this player for remembering the radio backpack. And please put in the comments. And more than that, thank you very much for the like you're about to give me as well. So let's get on to it. 1.5 is hopefully just around the corner, and the new features and gameplay enhancements to expect are as follows. You've got the HQ commander role and conflict mode expansion, command posts, logistics control, supply allocations by rank, support requests, recon objectives, AI resupply groups, squad leaders, and base establishment systems. Now I'm going to list off a few things and talk about a few I'm excited about and why you should be as well. Top of my list from the ones I've just read out, definitely the recon objective. We've all been asking for multiple ways to earn XP, and one of my biggest peeves is joining a game midway through, seeing the chaos unleashed and it taking so long to get to a point where you're able to compete with all the heavy machinery, the BD, or is it the BRDMs, the BD, well, you know what those are, the Soviet ones, and the LAVs, and especially if the experienced players then exit a lobby, it can leave sides one-sided. Let's say, you know, there's a few max rank players, they've got all the access to the heavy machinery, and then they decide to leave for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe they just haven't got the time the rest of us have got. Anyway, they leave and the other side doesn't. It becomes very one-sided. So having this new recon objective, new ways to earn XP and to fit those playing styles is very, very welcome, and I hopefully will see medic XP giving on top of that. Now from there we've got new gear, we've got the new RPGs, launcher ammos, hand-fired flares, anti-personnel mines, the TTSKO, and Tiger Stripe uniforms and PG7 ammo variants as well. And then environmental and asset interactivity, movable foliage, foliage? Yeah, one of those, basically bushes. For the bushwookies, I know you, I'm talking to you. Now, not only will you make a bit of a rustle in the jungle, there will be a physical movement as well. So pinpointing where those bushwookies are hiding will be a little easier. For those that don't know, you can use the look around feature and this will negate that, but not a lot of people use it, so be one of those that does, and hopefully you go against people that don't. Environmental, we've just been through the interactivity. We've got the vehicle salvage. I think that's a really, really cool feature. We have repair tools, turret and mortar assembly. So basically you can carry these machine guns, machine gun nests, basically between 3 people. One person carries the gun, the bipod, the ammo, etc. And again, you can set this up throughout the map now. You don't have to get the truck and build it, or just build in bases, which will lead to having MG teams and different ways to play. Very much welcomed. Vehicle behavior tweaks. We've got the driving assist options. Currently, after the last update, you'll notice anytime you get out of vehicle, if you have got it on automatic controls, then it will just turn off. Very annoying feature if you just want to quickly get out and get back in and hit the road. But again, you can play around with the controls on Xbox, PlayStation and PC to prevent that. So there's options at the moment, but again, I do think that's a good move. And what else have we got here? We've got sandbags, constructions, wearable elements. Yeah, all to come. The driving assist options, the improved ragdoll physics. Now, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, we're going to swap players here because I have to say, we're talking to bushwookies. You are a building wookie. But we've got a bit of action here with Tom against Slim and Mushy, 85. Love the name, buddy. Tom's going to move across here. And he's going to go past 2 players. Or he's going to spot them. Or they're going to spot him. It was the latter. And he will be going down. And let's go just over here. We can see a big attack pushing the NATO next base from the woods. We've got Steely and Dom versus Chance and Nitro. So let's jump aboard with Chance. He's taking his time. He's looking very wary. Fingers crossed for him. Modding and stability. Overhauled task systems, workbench improvements, better destructible entities, crash fixes, memory optimization, game master radios. Yes, so of course, when I'm doing these kind of... Thank you for letting me down, buddy. I hope you make your mother proud. We're going to go on board with Nitro, who's heard the shots, and maybe we can see him capitalize on that, or he's going to get a headshot as well and let us all down. But Game Master radios, so when I'm spectating this, I'll be able to tune in with radios as we go. To be fair, I could do that now. Yeah, you know what, we'll do that now after this. So then that is the base features coming with 1.5. Me saying it, obviously is super exciting. You'd rather see it, I know. But then they've got the experimental updates. We're going to go week by week. So 7th of August, what was improved with 1.5? Combat visuals improved, water surface grenade splashes, bleeding effects, underwater simulation, control tweaks, new camera centering, adjusted personnel mine damage. It doesn't say whether it was more or less, it just says adjusted, so hopefully for the better. And then they had bug fixes, usability polish, and then modern tools were updated as well. A week later we had 1.5.0.26, which had the spawn system enhanced. Radio based spawn tickets regenerate. Radio-based spawn tickets regenerate. Interesting. If anyone can touch up on that, please do. Base placement influenced by radio range and water proximity. Interesting, because again, you can change where you're putting the command tent. So whether that comes down to your radio signal and also water proximity, very interesting 2 aspects to that. They then improved the visual and network reliability alongside with more modding tools as well. Over to the 19th of August, we've had physical tweaks, removed physics impulses on player contacts, fixed grenade visual misplacement, and then there was a bit of a game balanced as well. Higher victory point requirements, named harbors, reduced rank and supply thresholds, and HQ command enhancements, smoother UI experiences, and command station fixes, etc. We then come into the last updates, and we are expecting to potentially see one tomorrow. We've got the UX improvements, a general polish, added a new manual collective mode for helicopters, AP mines reassigned to grenade slots, which I find fairly interesting, and refined disarm animation, so you can disarm these AP mines. Great news. Alerts for failed transfers, redefined deployable item placements, and then you've got conflict gameplay with XP rewarded for holding objectives, clearer dismantle actions, and then a few errors as well, alongside with performance optimizations and vehicle interactions. And there we go. So a quick feature breakdown alongside just those key points to list is the HQ commander and logistics controls are going to improve the strategic depth in conflict mode, direct command, supply management, and support tools. The new weapons and assets are going to expand the gameplay variety, emergent tactics with the anti-personnel mines, the MG teams you'll be able to form, RPGs and flares. The dynamic environments, we're going to see immersion through destructibles, bushes are now going to move, and salvageable vehicles. Get your AA trucks out, hit the road, and get salvaging, get scrapping. We need a new faction. Vehicle handling and controls, refined motion, manual helicopter operation, joystick, HOTAS support, conflict mode polishing. This is going to breathe new life. There's a better pacing, immersive objectives, accessibility for new players. We're all going to be discovering a new way to play, so it's a great time for new players to get in. So invite your best friend, invite your dog, get them involved. Modding and tool upgrades, we see streamlined creation workflows with auto test frameworks. And thank you very much for the sub, appreciate you as always. Streamlined creation workflows, auto test frameworks, and robust editing plugins for modding and tool upgrades. You've then got the visual and simulation enhancements, and then again some UI upgrades and balanced mechanics like your XP rewards, logistic tuning, and refined supply loops. So very exciting things. There's been, I believe, a month now it's been on experimental. Every week we're seeing updates to it. The last one was more polishing and adjustments, so hopefully that indicates we're not too far off. But let me know what you're most excited for. And good to see you, Gaming Lizard. How are you doing? And Ken Little, thank you very much for the sub as well. With that being said, let's jump into today's gameplay on the Battlefront Madness as we give a bird's eye perspective of the war and showcase the best players in the game. We've been following Nick Nitro, who's had a beautiful long life, and we're gonna now follow over to a very familiar Arma name. He goes by the name of Mushy, and let's just swap over here to the full screen. He's on a duo mission with Dr. Killjoy. Now Mushy, you can most likely catch him on TikTok. We've had community wars, captured a castle, and a bit of back and forth with myself and Mushy, and we're going to just have a look to see who he's coming against now. We've got Mushy and Doctor. And if we zoom out, they've got a team of 4 Soviets just up ahead on their north side. Now, let's back out. And I feel we've backed out a little too much. Because look at your screens right now. This is the forefront of the war. Over to the left, where you see the clump of blue NATO players, that is the forward operating base for NATO. Over to the right, you're going to see the forward operating base for the Soviets. The Soviets are very clearly winning this war. There are how many points to capture? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 points to capture, and 7 of those belong to the Soviets. They've only got 2 more to win. So NATO have got a big task on their hand. However, if you were to ask me, Martin, who do you think is going to capture the next point? Well, I'd have one answer for you, and it would be NATO. I would bank my money on, because as we see here, we have got a ton of blues pushing that Soviet base and taken out their supply choppers in style. Look at that. And we'll see if they can capitalize on that. So let's see, they've got 46 supplies. That means no one is going to be spawning here. And the bases don't generate supplies. You have to deliver them from the main operating base. So right now we're going to see for every NATO kill, or every kill they can get, it's going to be one less Soviet to deal with for a prolonged amount of time, as they will have to respawn at the base behind. Talking to the base behind, it is Ruhar, and you've got more supplies being dropped off. You have got a very sneaky NATO member. Shout out to Alex, who's causing a bit of trouble, just trying to get a few one-taps. And I believe he manages to do that onto Digby 5. Good shots, buddy. Keep it up. Will he be able to do it for much longer? Hopefully not. If the Russians are switched on, they'll get rid of him fairly quickly. They've got Jelois making his way up the river alongside Jumanji and Nico as well. Playing the long game. Playing the long game. A few people said they think the new map is dropping tomorrow. Gaming Lizard, I need your sources, buddy. Or you're my source. Okay, where are we seeing this? Who, how, when, and why? And just like I mentioned, look at NATO swarming the point. They couldn't get any more respawns, and they're very limited right now. And you're actually going to see 3 of the boys stuck in the... what do you call that there? I'm going to call it the little rig. Is that a corn? Is that like a corn holder? Like a crop holder? Reminds me of A Quiet Place. That's the last time I ever saw one. Or Interstellar. And we're going to see landing in style. We've got Rice Spectator here. But everyone is digging in. You've got Buster and Nitro. But yeah, a lot of the Soviets, apart from Dark Wolf right now, are down. And the flag for the Russians is surely going to be going down. Daz says Friday, I believe. Okay, so updates normally happen on a Thursday. But we're expecting it to come potentially, tomorrow or Friday? Well, sometime this week for sure, says the Gaming Lizard. I mean, I did see a post from them, and actually I've used it in my thumbnail today, of they posted 3 soldiers in the operation room looking at a map, and that map is expected to be the new map coming. But I didn't realise, I mean, unless we've had any other news, I wouldn't have guessed, right, it's coming this week. They love to drop teasers. Sassy to Saz. Again, this base surely will be under wrap right here. We've got 2 Soviets on the way, trying to just flank around, get a position. I don't think they're too knowledgeable on actually the base being captured behind them, as they are going the opposite direction. But maybe they're doing that because if we look on his back, you have got the one and only, and let me just make sure this is clear for every single one here. The radio backpack. I've not used that animation in a very, very long time, and I'm glad to do it again. Oh, but we're joining them on the edge of a scrap. It's a 2v2, and he definitely was not ready, but his teammate is. That being said, he was able to get a few shots off, but no shots on target. And Nico and Jumanji coming in with that secure. These 2 with the radio backpack could have caused a lot of trouble after NATO captured the base. Talking of capturing the base, they have done exactly that. You've got Nexi here, who's... oh, he's actually being captured. He is a hostage, but he is slowly bleeding out. 9% health, 45% blood. Hands tied behind his back. Red going down. Omega in the distance. It's probably in Omega's best interest just to kill his teammate before they can extract any information. And It looks like that's exactly what they've done. You got Dirty D. He's knocked as well. We could see maybe a quick recapture. I mean, you've still got Soviets on the point right now. Sanfran, how are you doing, buddy? I haven't been on Arma for 4 months or so, ever since they introduced mods. How are you finding it? Absolutely loving it and very excited for 1.5, which we've done a quick recap at the beginning of this stream. Now, let's get on board with the players right now. Let's hear what they're saying, if there's any tactics whatsoever. What team should we listen into first, guys? Should we listen into the Russians, who have just lost their point? It is now 6-3 to the Russians. Or should we join on board with NATO? They've got a lot of work to do, and see if they're communicating. Get your answers in the chat. First come, first serve. Silo, Ian, thank you very much. I was lost for words. Sanfran, salute, buddy. But yeah, Solus, enjoying it very much. And again, I like to do this tactical overview of this 128 extravaganza. And with the events that have just partaken on Saturday, it really does keep Arma alive. Especially you've seen Brad and the team come up with a new Milsim experience. Just search for Battlefront, and it's a first person, more grounded experience. On the attack, but no longer able to capture, we've got Jason and Wong. Now, Wong's doing a 1v15 right now, but we're going to jump on board. We're going to see how many he can do. How many do we reckon? We'll stay from afar, and we'll get the tally up and going. But play being coming back to vanilla. Yes, I enjoy the vanilla experience. Oh, very much. And we're going to see this quick diversion and peek on the corners right now. He's going to line up for the double. Takes down one. Let's look at the kill feed. We've got Wong with a double, and he's killed Mushy as well. Beautiful. So we've got Wong on 2. How many do we think our elite operator Wong can get? Oh, he's taken a lot of shots. That will be his 3rd and final. If you said 3, congratulations. You've won yourself a holiday to Skegness. Oh, everyone left, clearing out the rats. Ragdoll there with the double. He's going to finish off one. Does he see the other one in the foliage there? That would be yes. And Jason, you will not be returning. And we've got Aggressor here doing exactly what his name says. That sounded like a single shot. Okay, we're taking bets on Aggressor right now. He's got his first kill. What are we saying? I reckon Aggressor's going to get... He's moving slowly. I don't think he's too aware. I think he'll get a total of 4 kills, with that being his first. I say that, but you've actually got 2 Slack approaching from behind. Oh, but he's been spotted. That'll be a second for Aggressor. Good kills, buddy. Good kills. When the bushwookie's been shot, he's going to heal up. Yeah, looking forward to 1.5, looking forward to coming back to a bit more of a vanilla experience. I'm hoping with this, we'll be able to launch a 3rd server and test out all these new and beautiful 1.5 features as a community. So with that being said, get ready, because when it's announced, god damn, we're going to hit hard. Or even if the new map launches, I'm going to see if I can twist the Battlefront to launch that vanilla server one more time, but on the new map, and see how many people we can get on it. We'll have an incredible modded server experience and vanilla as well. I want to be able to jump between 2, but my vanilla experience, I need to have it daytime only. Just because PlayStation, we still can't see a thing. I mentioned this to the developers, and they said to me, oh, beautiful there. Beautiful. I think he maybe disabled the chopper. Not seen any kills, but he is still on 2. I'm going to follow him in. And they said, flashlight, party, or bust. very much saying no night vision goggles currently planned for vanilla. Use your flashlights or go bust. Aggressor with another kill. He's on to his third. We might have missed or underestimated this absolute beast as he goes on to his fourth. Oh, and that was his last. I was correct. I win myself a holiday to Skegness. The deploy 50C are sweet if you place them right. Ooh, damn. Say that again. Yeah, but what features are you guys most looking forward to? And if you missed the recap, simply go to the beginning of this video and we'll, again, got all the 1.5 and all the 1.5 experimental updates as well. Now, we've seen NATO come in hard here and capture this base, but we're gonna notice the big problem, is it is being resupplied. Let's have a look. They've got 908 supplies now. Well done to whoever's just come in and topped them up. But when you see a frontline point being fought after, it's incredibly hard. Just gonna leave that incredibly hard. Incredibly hard to get it re-topped up. As you'll see, both sides fighting for it. And again, we saw NATO in the swarms come in and capture it, but very quickly that has changed now into a very even playing field, as we're seeing many Soviet players now getting back to that objective they have just lost. Yeah, deployable 50 cals, those machine gun teams are going to be insane. Teamwork is going to be required, but if you can get it, you're going to be able to set up 50 cal, roadblocks randomly. Imagine, overlooking points, supply point. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I really love that feature that you're going to be able to take these MG guns and set them up with a team of 3, put them in your backpack, build them together. Yeah, it's going to be a real nice change. And let's jump on board right now with a very risky landing. You're gonna have Chris Robbins down to 25% HP. He's not bleeding. He might be able to get up before the helicopter blows up. On the other hand, you've got Rise on 1% and he is bleeding. They will need saving, so they even need smoking out. But again, with Rise being in there, yeah, he's not going to make it. Chris Robbins is up. He needs to get off this main road and towards his friend Unknown. Now, let's just give a little bit, just a small bit of advice. When the enemy base is along the main road, I wouldn't recommend landing just down from it on the same main road. You could have landed in the dirt tracks here, an open field just behind, maybe in the right or the next field. To say the least, it was a poor landing, and if you are watching this back, do better. Yeah, you put lives at risk, including your own. And I was very excited for that. Other than that, they've got Sassy's. Sassy to Sass, who's skulking around, trying to get some angles. It's going to be tough as a solo player, though. And with the new position, let's have a look at this base as well. Lots of sandbags. It's well defended. I do think this is an A-OK defense. We've got a game killer around the back here, though, who's actually within that 50 meters and causing a bit of trouble. He is by himself. We'll stay on board with him for the meantime and see what he can get up to. I mean, the fact that he may have to be looking at his map, it's a tad concerning. You're next to the objective in the middle of the map. Maybe he's never played before. Dude, the teamwork is super good. Most people follow squad lead now because of the extra XP gain I've been getting playing 1.5. So fun. Can't go back. Gaming Lizard, you're getting me rather excited. My blood pressure may be raising, and it might be flowing to and distributing to parts which, oh, well, which happens when you are excited. With that being said, let's breathe. Deep breaths, everyone. You've been playing 1.5. You've been seeing a lot of teamwork. Now, you'll be seeing that because I imagine the players on experimental 1.5 are the hardcore armor lovers, the enjoyers, you know. They want to be on the experimental because they're excited, and they typically play in a different manner to other people. Where did the camera go? Well done, but if you don't look to your right, you are about to die. 3, 2, 1. Patience. Patience is key. But to have you here talking about 1.5 and your enjoyment and the teamwork makes it sound like a whole different game. Gaming Lizard, when you are playing with everyone else, what servers are you playing on as well? Oh, this is very bad news. He's just pulled up in the car. Again, a little too close to the base. Bit of a risk. Why is it a risk coming from this direction? Well, let's look at the field. Oh, and well done to NATO as well for not only capturing the point, but for reinforcing it. Massive shout out. Now, this are the next two head-to-head points. Remember, you can only capture the next direct point. Let me show you what I mean. You've got Secret and you've got Gips. If you're going from Secret to Gips, you can't then just go straight to Yanto or Pollen. Again, advance and secure. Most of you know this. A few who are new do not. There you are. Now, as I was mentioning, we had the NATO player drive along, left his car right here. You've gone in a very much a straight line from base to base. Not the wisest idea, because you can imagine there will be the frontline players who will do that exact line from their base to the enemy one. You know, it was bad. It was bad. You know, very risky. Would it have paid off? Who knows? But it didn't. We do know. We quite frankly do. Now, if you're approaching this base, what do you want to do? Well, you're going to want to take the wide flank. And I need to slow it down here because the server is getting a little overwhelmed with 128 players. And yeah, as we see here, we've got Sooty, and we've also got, love to see this, a better landing in a helicopter. Round of applause, everyone in the chat. Look at this force here. I mean, J-Loy's almost looked like he was running on thin air. We're going to follow this attack into the heart of Ruhar. This is worth covering. This is what we love to see. And a big shout out to Rise. Rise, well done. Great landing, far enough away to not cause too much attention, but near enough for them not to have to walk to Middle Earth and fight the Balrog. Okay, we're on board with Jade Loys, and as we do this, let's make a character as well. Okay, we've got a NATO member. And can we see if we can find Chris Robbins right now? We've got J Loys. If they're all in separate things. Chris Robbins. Okay, we're going to join the group. We've got no comms currently. That's okay. Let's actually move my character a little further out the way. Did I just put him in a tree? I think I did. Yeah, he's got 1% HP now. And he's bleeding. Right, I might need to heal myself. Again, I'm healing myself. Okay. Well, I've just resupplied him, haven't I? There we are. Okay. So we've spawned that character to listen into the comms as we hear or see this beautiful flank of players who we actually can no longer see. We knew there was about here now. We can hear the radios. We can see WP slightly ahead. Oh, and there we go. Let's jump on board with the guys as they try and attack from behind. Oh, and just over the other side, sorry. We've got Peds and Puka. Oh, and the first one, Chris Robbins, is down. We're going to jump on board with Gibson, though. Gibson's a solid name. Oh, but he's doing a very silly movement across the top. AI are way better in 1.5. Oh, Aspect, hey, good to see you, buddy. Great to see you indeed. How have you been? Great plays on the event as well. Very much looking forward to the next one. To improve my stream, I'm hoping to get a bit of a game plan from both teams with a map of where to focus and what to expect to really capture and appreciate both teams. And then to obviously fill everyone with confidence. I'll form a contract which will say I am not able to share these plans. Bearing in mind, if I get them 5 minutes before the stream, you know, but I cannot do it for legal consequences, because you know what, we want to fill everyone with hope. Not that I would ever do that anyway, but you know, just to kind of give everyone some reassurance from both sides. But yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with the flow of the events, and it was an incredible event. I thought 3 hours. 3 hours is too long. Now I was wrong. Fastest 3 hours of my life. AI way better. They all use binoculars now. I don't need AI seeing me from further away, Lizard. I do not need that. That's the worst. I saw Chris Robbins die. Yo, I'm doing good, mate. Oh, yeah, smashing. Absolutely smashing. Looking forward to covering the next events, and also if anyone knows of any events individual servers are doing in-house, I want to make a bit of an event schedule, you know, to then do posts on YouTube at the start of streams, announce upcoming events for every Arma player to get involved in, whether it's PvE, PvP, PvPvE, or PvPv, mate, PvPvE. Too many things to say. But we've got C. Gibson. He's on his way to the front line. And already we can see Ruhar under a lot of pressure. And talking of pressure, we've got Scotty here, zooming on by, and a well-regimented force. We've got Pitbull, Buster, Kieran and Two Slack. Neither of them are firing at all. Now let's jump on board with Sampy. We did see Sampy in the event. Trying to remember what side Sampy was on. I think he was on the Battlefront side. Could be wrong. But yes, very much looking forward to the next Arma Reforger event. Again, the last one was taken on by the Hogs and Battlefronts. Now again, being part of the Battlefronts team, you can join that Discord for all the future Battlefront events. Link is in the description, and I believe on the last video. If I've not got a link to the Hogs, then we need to get one on, so Aspect, let me know. But yeah, links are there, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. We've gone through the update of 1.5, what to expect, and all the new features and fixes for the experimental one week by week at the beginning of this video. If you do enjoy hearing updates, anything Arma Reforger, hit the like, subscribe, and I will see you again when we next stream. Not that we're ending right now, because we are not. We've still got plenty of time. He says as it is 9 o'clock. I didn't realise it was that late, in all honesty, but there we go. It's so good. Gaming, you've got me very, very excited. Now, we've got this command truck coming in by Sampy. It is a command truck, right?
I'm sending trans.
I believe it is.
Watch out, guys.
Are we sure?
Yeah, Roger, we've just got...
I might have that wrong. Can we get some confirmation from the soldiers in the stream? If it is a command truck, I don't want to follow it in case we give its position away. And looking back towards the NATO points, which is under pressure right now with a 2v2. Now remember, when you're under pressure on a base, as long as they're not capturing it, you know you're not being outnumbered.
Tell me guys where my runs are hitting, okay?
And Bombik there, we're hearing doing some mortar strikes and asking for info of where they are landing. We're going to see Crossy and Reggie come in against Jumanji and Cam. Cam trying to clear out the sheds behind him, while Crossy is lingering. Oh, and we're going to see a very, very audacious attack coming in from Newbie. And Bombik, he's trying to convince people he knows what he's doing. Oh, okay, we're going to jump on board right now. We're going to jump on board with the Ruskies. And I've just absolutely planted myself again. There we are. And we're going to move myself far, far away because I'm right next to a radio. Of course I am. I always pick the best spawns. And let's jump on board with a team. I always forget the button combination as we try to do this. Let's go to the group menu. There we are. Let's see if we've got any big teams. We've got this one there. Oh, look at this. Send a request to join. Oh, join group. There we go. We've joined this one. Let's see what we can hear. Let's see what the plan is. They are trying to capture the last 3 points in the map to win. They've recently lost this one, but they are overwhelming Jumanji, the sole NATO player, Crossy Newbie, who flew the Soviet chopper and left it pretty disabled just to capture this point with the reinforcements of Panzer Lover and, well, Panda there. So it's looking like a quick recapture. The problem is, again, just these supplies. NATO aren't able to spawn here. Well, one, because it's been outmanned, but before they only had 31 supplies. Soviets need to be bringing in some supplies with them right now. That's the only way they will convincingly take this point and be able to get to the next. Now, on the other side, it's quite the battle here. You've got 2 Slack, Kieran, Pitbull and Buster, this 4-man squad, lurking on the outside. But if they're not quick enough, they will miss this opportunity to capture the base. They need to move quick. They can probably look at their map. Oh, I do apologize. They are currently taking this objective. I don't see how though, unless I'm missing players who are nearby. We've got Johnny, we've got Peds. They're within the 50 meters. I don't imagine these players are, unless there's people inside. Oh, you've got Game Killer. I mean, other than Game Killer, who's probably just within that 50 meters, it looks like we may be having a base race right now. So with either factions at the opposite end, it is whoever will capture the base first will then block the opposition. That is brilliant. That's exactly what we like to see. Let's show you the other side. So you can see this base being overwhelmed totally by Soviets, and I'd say they're more overwhelmed as well. So potentially a faster cap. We'll have to wait and see, but both sides have committed, and the Soviets are in a worse position if they lose the point, but they've not, and they've actually captured this point, which means all the NATO's back here is pointless them being here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're killing the Soviets continuously, they're out of place, they can no longer capture this base. They could have 100 soldiers here. It doesn't matter. It's completely void. what a base race. And I think it was just maybe having these players on the outskirts, they weren't contributing towards it. And now really, what do you do in this position? Well, you respawn. You respawn or you get a vehicle and you go behind. There are a few, I'm not sure if they're aware, but you now want to be coming behind and trying to recapture this base. But that being said, we're going to be having Digby, I believe this is. It doesn't look like a supply, little bird. But he's going to be flying right over the top. And they're heading straight for the next base. They see this opportunity. They know there's a lot of NATO forces at their base, which they can't cap. Hopefully we don't see an on-point landing. Let's see how many look. All the players attacking. And at the fallback base, there are only 5 NATO members. It's a prime opportunity now for the Soviets to take a double base capture. Oh, we are going to see Rise, though, come in. Looks like he's flying troops backwards. We can hear Sir there with some stern instructions to, well, get out. I think it is. Not sure. I mostly play NATO. How is Jumanji not dead, buddy? How half the players get away with what they do? No idea. We see Jumanji here. I feel like there's a few Jumanji players coming along from the east. Lone soldier. Grenade launcher, silencer, scopes. He's got a one-size-fits-all kind of deal here on the gun. And he definitely is looking for trouble. I can't wait for them to fix that little jump animation. If you get too close to the player model, the camera just shoots up into the sky. Hopefully a 1.5 fix. We'll have to see. If you're joining me for the first time, thank you, welcome. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subs. We are spectating 128 players as they try and win this game of advance and secure. Soviets are 7 points to the NATO's 2. This is the point the Soviets have just captured. And they're now pushing on forwards through to the woods, known as Secret, for the Ruskies, and then they're off to Sadko, which is, I believe... Oh no, sorry, Sadko is in the forest, and then Fakir. Yeah, so this is Sadko, and Fakir is the final point, in which actually I'm very surprised to see this. Look at all these ambushes. These guys are along the main road, ensuring supplies do not get through. We've got Jail, we've got Sick Boy, we've got Job Center Plus, and Khan C11, alongside with Shifty, Stretch, and Swearman. Might say his name wrong. They've been spotted by 2 very risky NATO members, and we're going to jump on board to see if they can clear out any of these Soviets whatsoever. Oh, look at the lore there. Love to see it. Now, patience is key. You don't want to be the one making the mistake, and I feel like this is exactly what's coming. Oh! I feel like the grenade landed on his head. We're going to be seeing further Soviets there as well. Oh, Shifty being shot as well. Oh, is he down? Is he up? Who's to say? And we're going to see MDS there with a good angle. We might get flanked from the left. Regardless, if he takes out these 2, there's another 4 further up. And we're going to jump on board with Junie, who's got heavy armor, so unless they've got RPGs, they're not going to be able to take him out too easily. And any second now, we should see
We need urgent resources.
the end of Nino. Nino, thank you very much for playing, bro. The law's coming in. Sig Boy stocking back up. And if actually they can get this vehicle, if it's still working and operating, you're going to have this absolute insane. Is that a railgun? Who knows? But they have to be quick right now because Dirty Dicker, oh, he may have spotted them. Oh, shots going in, RPG falling short. And just shot a little too soon. Dirty Dicker's gonna go by foot. That looked like a hit, but at the same time the flares come down. And he is still going indeed. But again, a big behind the scene war right now. With how many Soviets have you got? You've got 6 Soviets. 6 Soviets on screen. Oh wait, 7, 8, 9. 9 on screen. All at the NATO's first points. Let me show you on the map. Our camera here in purple. And the last objective they need to capture. And they're already causing trouble. Love to see it. Oxy and Nick Nitro on the way there as well. But they need to capture this point first. Which, again, you're scattered with NATO forces as well. Billy Boy, Nakan, Jumanji there, all trying to get back. Have we got any NATO forces? We've got plenty of NATO forces here, actually. Goriskia, Walshy, Peds, Pumba, and Steely are just lingering around, letting their team do the heavy lifting while they wait to pounce on an opportunity which may not present itself. Like the Soviets, you've got Kieran and Daz with 2 launchers, also trying to disrupt the supply line from the Soviets. The Soviets have got a lot more to work with though. Oh, let's have a look here. Look at this building. They are doing a perimeter around the entire command post. Props to whoever is building that. It looks like someone has placed them down and has expected someone else to do it for them. That'd probably be me. Now going all the way back, I believe we might be at the final base. Yeah, we've got no real deep NATO members, which often you do see, because again, all these supplies, they're like gold. This is the currency of war. The supplies allowing you to build, to spawn, and gain weaponry as well. Oh, big explosion to the right as a helicopter goes down. We've got Nakan, causing a little bit of trouble, but he's been spotted, and surely it's a matter of time before he's taken out. But yes, Gaming Lizard came in with the news that he's actually expecting to see the new map on Arma Reforger tomorrow or Friday. Is very exciting. I mean, I'm not fully taking the bait, but it doesn't take a lot for me to get excited about Arma Reforger as well. Okay, going to a main attacker now, Papa Bravo. We've got 7, 5, 3, 8. What do the numbers mean, Mason? What do they mean? Who knows? Oh, but Papa has been spotted. 80% health, and he is bleeding. His gun's going to be very visible there. As we see Molt working his way around. Creamy, great to see you, buddy. You excited for 1.5 to hit, well, the rest of the player base? And Molt does reckon that Papa Bravo is still in this vicinity, and he's not wrong. He's going to check through the windows. Slightest movement now from Papa. That will be GG. But he's going to go out the back. He might hear some movement now, though. So he did pump a bullet or 2 into him. figuring that actually he's not in there at all. He's now searching the outer buildings. Papa, you're going to live for another day. He's got his bag of saline there. I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was practically a scratch, but you lost barely no blood whatsoever. Bit of an overreaction, but I guess you can never be too careful. Okay, Papa Bravo is going to stay there, and he's going to be reinforced by Lover, Nitro, Asan, and Panda here. Then he's get a bit closer. It's a 1v1, which will actually stop the spawning. And how many supplies have they got here? They've only got 8 supplies. A major supply shortage here. Even if Papa wasn't here to contest. Oh, Molt looked like he was going to get taken down. Able to do the taking down. But it doesn't even matter. Now that NATO still have this base, they can't spawn. There's not enough supplies. And again, you've got Joey, Asan, Nitro, Lover, all inbound to take this base and take it to the final point. And already causing upset and disruptions. You've got the Soviet forces here, just preventing supplies from moving forwards. But we're going to see aggressive scat. Potentially with some supplies if we can get close enough to confirm. Doesn't look like it. They're just doing a swoop. And they'll be moving forwards towards our Soviets in the woods. Now, with this being said, how many supplies have we got at the final base? 3,683. It's not bad whatsoever. I can imagine they get whittled through rather quickly. Shout out to Shifty over here in the woods. Southeast of the last base. Pinging away with some tracer rounds. Moving left to right. Taking aim. Looks like the default class as well. So nothing special. We've got some front runners all heading to the next base, but look at this swarm and sea of red right now. You've got Stoner, Homer. Mags are in, and it looks like a trade. Pink ward going down. Vesperal Zoo picking up the kill. If he can bandage up Pink Wand, they'll be up in no time whatsoever. Good little trade there. Wolf and Scott with Patrick moving further forwards. They need to be radioing right now to get those supplies because they could actually end the game in the next 15 minutes to 30 if they're efficient here. Now we're seeing a lot of panicking coming through. We're seeing supply trucks finally getting through. We've got 2 here.
Good shit, boys.
Khan, he's impressed with what he's seeing. Portable LMG, yes please. Oh, and shots coming down. Rai, our top pilot of the game, disabled. And Suya right there, taking him out, but he's been hunted by ads. Oh, car coming right towards him. It's Holy. And we've got ads across the road. Who's going to be trying to locate him. That movement might just give him away. Oh, but he's going to run down just in the nick of time. He's taken a little bit of damage, but no bleeding whatsoever. And Holy might actually be unconscious here. Swearman's going to take him out at the cost of being exposed to ads, who's lurking on the other side of the road. But being fairly patient. A grenade being cooked at his last known location will miss. Shifty causing so much trouble that he's attracted a tank. I mean, you know you're a real nuisance to the enemy team if they bring a bloody tank. And looking ahead, they've captured the point. They're on to the final objective right now. You've got Luva, who I think, yeah, he is dying alongside with Pats there. But Nick survived. Oh, and the car is alight, and there's a Soviet barbecue. Tasty. I love how the car rolled right into MDS, and Nick got out. Fantastic. So, a lot of the ambush units here have been taken care of. Only Job Center Plus, Shifty and Swimman there, causing any trouble. Soviets look like they need to regain. They need to come back together. You've got Dark, you've got Billy Boy here, trying to cause some trouble. And if we go further back, for some reason I was expecting a large amount of NATO members. You've got Daz and Buster. With Kieran, look at him all the way back. And Chaos as well. You've got a man at every point. Literally there just to shout surprise when any supplies come in. You've got Sick Boy running those right now. Big shout out to the supply runners. We follow here. We've got Slim Peach coming from the top. Remembering they have to recapture this point. They have just lost. But for the Soviets, they need to now resupply it so they can keep the attack up and win the game. Shout outs to this squad here. Patrick, Dark, Vesperal, and Oi. Bringing the boom. Sticking together. And that's what you're going to see from these top players who stick together. Good evening, you fine men and a few women. Martinez, bloody beautiful to see you. How are you doing? Good evening indeed. Holy was alive and Holy is now roadkill with Luva coming in. We're going to jump on board. These guys are very aggressive. They keep bringing this flair and aura with them. Whether they die or not, it's very exciting. We love to see it. Get a like on for the brave soldiers on the stream. And if you're not playing on this server, where else are you? Oh, beautiful little kill there. Shots flying all around. They're now facing the entire NATO army right in front of them. The base is to the right. And they're just whizzing through. Shots being fired left, right, and centre.
Heli, pick up anyone?
Shots coming from behind. He's going to swap to heal himself here. Well done, boys. Play of the game. Play of the game. And they're going to pull up to the side and just anticipate any future goers.
Are you getting a radio down?
And talking of future goers, we've got a lot of NATO members here who are just arming up and ready to do the supply runs. They've only got one base to defend. And we've got Tio here as well on the comms. We've joined the NATO side just to listen in, as they should be panicking about losing the game.
There's a lot of sniper fire from that location.
And again, you're going to see here, this is a brilliant way to win the game. Just having a roadblock before the base. Not allowing supplies or backup. Wearing down the supplies here, in which eventually they will not be able to spawn. They just need the Soviets to do their part in taking the enemy players out. We love to see it. Thank you for the likes. We're now on 17. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right? With that being said, we've done a later stream than usual, but we will be back for our regular 6:30 stream tomorrow. And if you want to see the end of this game, well, you're going to have to join it or join the server to find out, because this is where we love you and leave you. If you missed the updates for 1.5, as we go through when they were first announced, what's to come, and of course the rumoured new map coming potentially today or Thursday or Friday. I mean, that's new news. We're going to see how trusted the Gaming Lizard will be with that news as well. Then, yeah, stay around for more. We'll be back live tomorrow with any more updates. Stay well, stay safe, It's Whiskey Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow for Thursday. Have a good night, guys. Enjoy Arma Reforger. Get yourself in the server as well. You guys are amazing.